Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I'm Persephone. We are continuing the 30 fetish video challenge, and today we are going to talk about cuckold fetish because I have been receiving a great number of messages asking me to feature that, so that's what we are going to talk about today. So first of all, I'm going to make the video in a way that even if someone is a complete noob, they can get down to the basics. And the fetish pretty much means a man and a woman having sex while the woman's committed partner, like boyfriend or husband, is watching and is unable to participate. It's different from threesomes for the exact same reason that the man is not allowed to take part in the sexual activity, and it's also different from orgies or swingers because there are no other parties involved and no other women. Usually the one who has the fetish is the man, although there are cuck queens, but from what I have seen it's much more rare. And the term has become an insult in the modern days, meaning someone who is a beta male who cannot control his wife or his girlfriend and she's cheating on him. But it's something way more complicated than that, than just a woman who is a cheater. And it's actually a fetish that it requires many other fetishes to occur for cuckolding to actually happen. What do I mean by that? First of all, let's get to the origin of the fetish, which is again the 5 psychosexual stages. And usually I have read men describing that when they were little children, they walked into their parents having sex and the parents told them, "Get out, don't be here, don't look at us." And usually the little boy gets the impression that they're doing something very arousing and his place is out of it, which also keeps him aroused. And this is something that he recreates with cuckolding. That's why he's not actually participating. That is one theory. Another theory is actually biological, although some people accept it, some people don't. And pretty much it's based on the human need of whatever is attractive to other people tends to be more attractive to us. Like if you're married to a woman and other men desire her, that automatically makes her more attractive compared to a wife that's not turning any heads. And the same theory says that if a man has a wife who is suspecting of being a cheater, he gets more aroused, he has more sex with her, and he pretty much wants to ejaculate and his sperm to compete with the opponent's sperm. But that's something very primal. I don't know if it applies to everyone. What I think applies in most cases is the usual humiliation and submission fetish, because the man who is forced to watch cannot participate and there could be verbal abuse involved. Also, most of those men have also a voyeurism fetish. They like to watch other people having sex, or they could have closeted by your gay tendencies and be aroused by watching another man having sex. Same time, the women need to have exhibitionism as a fetish, because if you're not with a woman who doesn't enjoy being watched having sex, there's no way she's going to actually participate and do what you want her to do. And even if she does it, she's not going to enjoy it and it's not going to actually last long term. So it's a pretty rocky road, and if you are a couple, although it sounds at first like heaven, like, oh my god, you can sleep with any hot guy you want and you have your husband's blessings, long term, I don't know if it can be sustainable. Again, it depends on the person. In my opinion, as long as all parties are adults and consenting and no one is being forced or coerced or doesn't know what's going on, in my opinion, it's totally fine, but that's just me. Of course, there is also a side branch of the fetish that includes races, the big black cock fetish, where you see white men who are more betas according to the plot of the adult content being dominated by black bigger men who are having sex with their wives. But again, that's just a preference and it doesn't necessarily, how to say this, in my opinion, it's in most cases totally up to the person, as long as it doesn't become addiction and compulsion and people ending up spamming it for everyone to see. Not talking about anyone just in general. So now back to our practical part, and for those who are into findom or want to be into findom, how can you incorporate cuckold fetish into your money-making ventures? Well, in those cases, unless you're doing actual escorting, it's kind of hard. The closest thing I found to cuckold fetish is the alpha couple fetish, which is something that you can do online and get actual money out of it, and it's pretty easy. What's alpha couple fetish? Pretty much it involves a slave who is very beta and is worshipping some goddess or mistress or empress, and usually those slaves are also locked in chastity. If you want to know more about that, watch my previous video. And what happens is that the goddess finds an alpha male that could be her boyfriend, could be a one-night stand, could be another cast master, and she's going out on dates and has sex with him, while the slave waits at home, knows that she's having sex with some other guy, and there is nothing he can do about it. If he's in chastity, he can't even masturbate, and usually he pays for her dinner, her dress that she wears when she's with the alpha male, anything that she can ask him to pay, and he gets turned on by the fact that he's being cucked by some other guy, that he can never touch the goddess and he has to imagine and suffer. Or if some girls are into selling the videos, watch her having sex with another man and suffer. In my opinion, that's one of the easiest ways, because you literally have to do nothing at all besides finding an alpha male and actually dating him. If you are into more long-term, like alpha couple fetish mistress, and the money will just come to you. And well, I think that's all for today. If you have more questions or suggestions for upcoming videos, so far the participation is really surprising to me. It seems that many people are interested in that, and I have to say I'm grateful to the person who actually told me you will never go anywhere talking about fetishes, because we are going somewhere, you know? Anyway, thank you very much for watching.